Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is February the 1st, 2021. It is Tuesday of the fourth week in Ordinary Time, the fourth week of the year. It is also the beginning of Black History Month, and today the moon made a full revolution around the Earth, initiating Lunar New Year for 2022, the year of the Tiger. So Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Lunar Year to our world. On this day, we celebrate also the third day of Catholic Schools Week. Today, we celebrate our students, without whom we would not have a Franciscan school, without whom we would not be able to educate and do the great work that we do here at the Franciscan School. So coming to you from the courtyard, where again, every morning we have morning prayer, and there's the sun. Let's see, black it off there. There's the sun and the great bronze statue of St. Francis and the Wolf of Gubbio here in our courtyard of the lower school. Today's readings on this Tuesday of the fourth week of the year, and the third day of Catholic Schools Week and Lunar New Year, we continue the tragedy of the House of David, the line of David, in which Absalom, again David's third son, who has inspired a revolt against his father, is now pursuing his father and his father's armies to be able to annihilate them and take the throne. But because he had wavy locks or something, he had a lot of hair, and he passes under a tree on which his hair unfortunately gets tangled within. The horse goes out from under him, and he's left kind of hanging there by his hair. Physically possible? Maybe not, but maybe so. It depends on how strong your hair is. He must have had very thick hair. Anyway, so he ends up hanging there, and David's army comes and they kill him, bringing good news to David that Absalom is dead and the throne is secure now back to David. But David responds in a very dramatically contrary way by becoming filled with remorse and sadness and guilt, and the great cry, "Oh Absalom, my son who's died." Again, this tragedy becomes even more deep, even more unfortunate, even more tragic in David's life because of these terrible divisions that have arisen in his family, now causing the death of one of his sons. Again, this whole understanding of our consequences and what it is that we do in our lives. It is not by magic that we are enabled to be the people that God asks us to be. It is by our choices and what it is that we choose to become and choose to do in this world, and to take those choices seriously. And what they bring forth is, again, based upon whether or not these choices are benefiting us only or benefiting those around us, whom we must most care for, who must most be always our preoccupation and our concern. Again, the tragedy of David continues because of a lack of choices that focused upon others and not just upon himself. In the gospel today, two healings, which are kind of sandwiched together. The first is the daughter of Jairus. And again, remember, Jairus is the English equivalent of Jairo, our own Father Jairo, which in Spanish is Jairus. So today, Jairus' daughter, who is sick with fever, calls upon Jesus to come to help. And then a woman, as Jesus is making his way there with a hemorrhage, reaches out to Jesus' cloak to touch it, to be able to be healed. In both cases, it is an act of faith that causes Jesus to be able to perform these great miracles. Not magic, not any kind of meriting or deserving of these great events of healing that begin to happen. Jesus goes to Jairus' house after the woman is healed of her hemorrhage, and she appears to be dead. And everyone is like, "There's no point in you being here, Jesus, that you didn't come quickly enough, and she's dead." And basically Jesus shoves everybody else out of the house and tells the girl to get up, and she does. It again is Jairus' faith that enables this to happen. It is the woman with the hemorrhage's faith that allows her to be healed. The power of faith and what we believe that faith can do is not based upon magic, but always based upon the trust that our God has always our best interests at heart and works to better our world and to better our lives within it, that we in turn may be able to further that betterment to all of those we meet. And may the Lord give you his peace.